Hello YouTube and welcome to another edition of the Gravestone Pros here in North Country Memorials. We are so glad that you have come today. It's going to be a good day. This is going to be part 3 of our stencil shootout. We're going to see which one is the best, and today we'll have some conclusions for you. Come along! I just wanted to kind of take a look at how much damage is done to the stencil while blasting. And this looks like it held up decent. I can see spots like this here where it's a little more bubbled than what I would like to see, but all in all, not bad. Now, this edge is not as crisp as we would like, but Dad said he ended up kind of stopping here, and so he got just a touch more on that edge than what he would have normally wanted. That's not necessarily the stencil's fault, but it did eat out just a little bit there. Maybe stencil is not quite as strong. Looking at it, certainly kind of looks like that's the case. This is the Hartco, by the way, the one that I'm looking at, Donald J. So then we move over to this here, and this is the U-blast. And again, I can see in these areas where he stopped, looks like maybe a little more degradation there than what would be on the anchor, but not too bad, honestly. Definitely we knew this was softer, and so I think it shows it is a little softer probably than the other. But as far as overall wear, it looks like it did pretty good. And well, another thing that I look for is kind of the crispness of the lines. You know, they look pretty decent, maybe slightly less crisp than the anchor, but I thought that might be the case. My guess is it really isn't going to have much difference. Dad did mention that there was a very big difference in how easy how easy the U-blast pulled off compared to the anchor. He said the anchor, you know, it's on there definitely better. When he went to do the peeling, he noticed the difference. These have been blued, Dad?
Yes, they're all set.
Let's peel back. This is Hartco. I mean, as expected, it peels off extremely easy. It definitely leaves some gumminess and stuff on the stone that we're going to have to clean off. And that's not just going to come off with water, I don't think. Now, I mentioned on their video, they had like a rubber sort of block, or I've heard guys mention in comments they use an eraser just to pull off what's left on there. That I'm not really sure about. The interesting thing to me is this is kind of like dusty-ish almost, which is, I don't know, it's strange for sure. Those letters definitely held on. There was no issue as far as the stencil blowing up or things not sticking down like we needed them to. So that is a good sign. I had one guy comment, can you do a lettering job with the Hartco? Don't really need to do a lettering job. This is the same thing. I had the stone, it's dusted, we put it on. I guess maybe this is cleaner than what would be out in the cemetery that I'm working on. I'd say I don't love the Hartco, but it's a usable product, 100%. It's a usable product. Now, I am going to try, in another video at some point, you will see me do they sent me a filler to use in conjunction with this, so I will be doing a trial with that for sure, see what we think. Let's bring up the U-blast and see what we think as far as how this peels. Now, definitely this is coming off harder, meaning it is stuck on better 100% than the Hartco. So U-blast with the glue, or the filler I should say, that they provided, it's stuck on there real good. This feels pretty normal to me as far as tack. Dad, you said that you definitely felt like it was more, much less than what the anchor had. And obviously I'm not doing it back to back to compare. Yeah, for my normal experience, this feels fairly normal to me. I just ordered a new roll of anchor, so I have one more roll to go through. But kind of to give some conclusion here, I am quite sure I'm going to order a roll of the Blast and do several stones with it. The Heartco, I will, like I said, give it a little more try with what the guys were saying for the stencil filler that they have now, or that they're working on. They're kind of working on developing one, he said. So I definitely going to try that. Guys, I wanted to say thank you for supporting the channel. We are over 2,200 subscribers right now, and that is amazing. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, really would appreciate it. It helps out the channel and the algorithm, and it doesn't cost you a thing. We're working with Blast stencil again today, and I put my, actually, Dad put the regular glue in here, which would be the number 223, the blue can of anchor filler. And because he had already put it on and I already had it cut, I was like, let's do a test. So I took just a strip like this, and we put it on there, and then hammered it down and peeled it off. And you could see it has really good adherence. Yeah, very, very good. So we're going to use the Blast, and we're going to blast it with this stencil here. Okay, Dad's got, this is charcoal, and so he kind of spreads it on his hand like this. This is kind of what I didn't want to do the other day, because I didn't want to make my hand all messy, but this is how he darkens up. You can see right now, you can barely tell there's letters on there. And now he will take and rub it. And yeah, already you can tell. That really works well. It makes them pop out nice. Much, much easier to see. Only problem is you have a dirty hand when you're all done with it. You touch your face and your pants, and it's going to get all over a little bit. But that will wash right off with water pretty easy, right?
Yeah, and I'm wondering if we had some kind of a powdered charcoal, we could just, wouldn't be a little bit better yet.
You can peel a little bit. Tell me what you think of the...
Yep, that's pretty nice peeling. I don't like I haven't rolled this down or anything.
Right. Normally I would hammer before I peel. Yeah, anyway, just the first little bit. You like it?
Oh yeah, that's as easy as it comes, really.
So the last little bit that I cut is the last little bit of the Freeroll that I got. So I think I will be ordering more. We'll see. Okay, so here are the stones. This one right here was done with the anchor. This was done with Blast. This was done with the Heartco. And this was done with the Blast as well. You could see all the panels look nice. The glues didn't have any effect on that. Cleaning off, this one was very nice. We only used soap and water, and that came out great. These all, in this one, we used mineral spirits like we normally do, and they cleaned out fine with that as well. And so, yeah, definitely the cleaning process of this one with the Heartco definitely was nicer, but they all cleaned up well, and it was our normal process. No big issues to report with that. All right, so after using all the different stencils and kind of getting some thoughts on it, I guess to boil down here, I would say I definitely liked the Blast better than the other two, I think. The Blast has some more similarities to 3M, I would say. It's got that little bit of softness to it, and there's just something about it that is pleasant to work with compared to using the Anchor product. And price-wise, it is also the cheapest. Now, it is foreign made, comes from China. Not a huge fan of that. Whereas Anchor advertises that it's U.S. made, and I know Heartco talked to the guys there, and they are 100% U.S. made, and all their compounds and stuff that they're getting is all U.S. Stuff. So I do really like that about the Heartco product. Unfortunately, The cons to the Hartco, I just didn't like the tack was not as strong, but that might be addressed when I try and use the filler. So stay tuned, that will tell us a little bit more about that. And the anchor, you know, I've been using it for a long time. It works great, it's fine, but there's just a few things about the stiffness of it I don't like, how it peels and that kind of thing, not as much. I didn't like how the Hartco peeled either compared to the U-Blast. Definitely like the way that peeled the most for sure. Now, pros for Hartco, the cut lines. You did not have to add anything to it. You could see the cut lines straight out the gate, and that was really, really nice. So well done on that part of it for sure. Last time I had reviewed Hartco, I basically threw it away and said I'm not even using this as masking stencil to mask off as junk stencil. I just couldn't use it. That being said, this is definitely improved since that. So definitely a step in the right direction. So kind of excited to see, you know, where it might go from there. Love the fact that they're an American company and all produced here. Certainly is intriguing to me. If they could get the product up to where I like it, I would think about spending the extra money. It is actually the most expensive of the three, coming in at about $290 per 10-yard roll 30-inch. And all of these were 10-yard 30-inch prices. So $240 for the U-Blast, $280 for the anchor, and $290 for the Hartco. So yeah, that's kind of what I think. I thought all three of them worked well. I would encourage you, if you're not happy with you know, one of the other two, you're using one of those three, or you're using something completely different and you don't like it, get all three of them. Give them all a try. You might like something different than I do. You might do different processes than I do. So certainly worth reaching out to them and trying to get a sample to try them, because I think all three of them are viable options for sure. Guys, thank you so much for coming. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was educational and hopefully even a little bit entertaining. That is always our goal around here. We will see you all next time.